Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Radiant Central, and I'm your host, Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So today I want to talk about gluten-free diets. I get asked about this a lot. What do I think of a gluten-free diet? It's quite popular these days, and for people that don't know what gluten is, it's wheat gluten, and it's a protein found in a few different grains. Okay, it's not only found in wheat, but it's also found in barley, in spelt, and in rye. So those are some of the grains that also contain wheat gluten. Also, a lot of condiments that are sold in grocery stores contain wheat gluten, or flours that contain the wheat gluten pretty much. And that's because a lot of condiments need either to be using a little bit of flour as a thickening agent, or wheat proteins are used to stabilize different condiments, things like that. And so pretty much things like soy sauce or different seasonings and spice mixes, things like that, salad dressings, like especially the processed factory-made jarred salad dressings, all those things contain wheat gluten usually, unless it's indicated on the bottle. Always read the ingredients, especially if you have an allergy to wheat gluten. So what do I think of a gluten-free diet? Well, pretty much my view with a gluten-free diet is that someone that has an allergy to it, someone that has celiac sprue, where they're allergic to wheat gluten and it's destroying their digestive system pretty much, I would say stay completely away from anything that contains wheat gluten and be well versed in what would contain it. You know, it's not only the grains that contain it, but it's also different condiments and different ingredients that you might be cooking with that might have wheat gluten in it. So it's important to know exactly what has wheat gluten in it. Someone that has a sensitivity to wheat gluten, you know, someone might not have full-on celiac sprue where their digestive system gets attacked and pretty much destroyed every time they have wheat gluten, but someone who has a wheat sensitivity, they're getting inflammation and irritation in their digestive system from whenever they're eating things that contain wheat gluten. And for those people, it upsets their digestive system. You know, they can feel the actual irritation and inflammation. They may get chronic constipation and a lot of issues from it. That if that's the case where you're dealing with a sensitivity to wheat gluten, then yes, eliminate all wheat gluten from your diet as well. Now, does the whole population, the whole world need to be eliminating gluten from their diet? No. A white flour? Yes. But actual whole grains that contain wheat gluten? No. Okay, I think this is where there's a little bit of misinformation and where sometimes things go too much to an extreme. You know, I think a lot of times that people say, oh, I'm on a gluten-free diet, but really what it translates to is that they're on a white flour-free diet. The majority of the population has an issue of eating way too much white flour. They shouldn't really be eating any white flour at all. You know, there's no nutrition in that. And usually when someone is going on a gluten-free diet, really the foods that in their diet that are containing the gluten is white flour. And yes, the whole population should try and eliminate it or at least decrease it to very, 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 very little in their diet. Get rid of the white flour. But when it comes down to eliminating like barley or rye or spelt or something like that, I don't think too many people are eating crazy amounts of it to begin with, that to be eliminating it from their diet, I don't think they need to. Even whole wheat, I think that as long as people are eating that in moderation, it's fine. Everything needs to be eaten in moderation. I think that if someone wants to be making their own whole wheat bread or something like that, or having whole wheat pasta once in a while, that's fine. As long as they're not eating that for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, then a little whole wheat is not a big deal. But the white flour, yes, get rid of it. And that's usually why this gluten-free diet is so popular, is because all these people notice that once they get rid of the white flours from their diet, which is what they were eating that had the wheat gluten in it, of course they lost weight, they lost any bloating in their abdomen, they lost the fat that was on their abdomen, they had more energy, they didn't have constipation anymore, they felt great, clear-headed, all of that. They had wonderful results. But it's from a white flour-free diet, okay? Or from reducing, if they were eating a crazy amount of whole wheat, it was reducing that. But usually it's eliminating the white flour that's causing all those wonderful health benefits, which is fantastic. So if someone's thinking about a gluten-free diet, really just be focusing on eliminating the white flour. That's where the issue is, because what's made out of white flour? It's usually breads and baked goods, cookies and cakes and pasta, and a lot of these things just have no nutrition in it. It's either made of white flour and water, or it's made of white flour and sugar and water. I mean, there's no nutrition in there. So yes, get rid of it, but don't worry about the other things that have gluten in it, like the barley or the spelt or even the whole wheat. As long as you don't have an allergy to it or a sensitivity. If you have an allergy or sensitivity to wheat gluten, then yes, avoid it, please. Yeah, so that's my view pretty much on wheat gluten and gluten-free diet. All right, and I just want to mention too that the next 7-day raw food challenge starts Monday, August 18th. If you want to do a 7-day raw food cleanse, it's right now the month of August, so it's summertime. This is the most perfect time of the year to be doing a raw food diet and doing a cleanse. It's nice and warm for most parts of the world. And there's a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, and it's just a great way of doing a cleanse where you can still eat and you learn how to make some phenomenal yummy recipes and healthy recipes and eating more fruits and vegetables and just kind of pressing that reset button on your diet and just indulging in healthy food for a week. So if you want to join us, go to my website at radiantcentral.com, click on products, and you'll see the 7-day raw food challenge there. It starts Monday, August 18th. Have a super fabulous day, everyone, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.